I just received a contract violation on DoorDash. You guys know I DoorDash, saying that I falsely reported a store closed when it wasn't closed. Why would I accept an order, drive all the way to the location just to report the store closed, to possibly get half of the payment instead of all of it? That doesn't make sense. And see, when you get too many contract violations, you are in danger of losing your account. Losing my account would mean that I cannot provide for myself right now, because that's what I'm doing. I'm DoorDashing to provide for myself, amongst other things. But DoorDash is a significant stream of income. You guys wonder why I talk about the Black community and why I'm so adamant on not trying to drown out what's actually going on amongst Black and poor people, and stop trying to sugarcoat it and make it look like all Black people are saints with halos. And stores have Black people in them, and I'm sorry. I don't give a if you're talking about Popeyes, McDonald's, Wendy's, any store that Black people work, they will shut down the whole store. And I've dealt with this for years. I've been DoorDashing for years. They will shut down the entire store like a McDonald's and say it's closed when it's not, just so they can hang out in there, just so they can chill in there. You know how many times people have told me stores were closed and I had to learn to be like, well, I have to report that it's closed. And then they say, what's your order? Why would you say that after I say, well, I have to report it? Because you're lying.
Right. Okay.
You see?
Yeah, this is not uncommon, bro. Let's just be completely honest here. I don't know, this is not uncommon at all. This is the thing. This is the thing that happens kind of like all around the country, I'd say more so. But like if you go into a business late at night, they do not want, no one wants to actually, get that last big order, right? DoorDash or not here, guys. It is what it is here. But let's continue.
These type of actions are so inconsiderate because you think that just because you don't want to make one meal or two meals or do your job that you're getting paid to do. You're getting paid to do these jobs. You will put somebody else's account at risk. I lost my DoorDash account years ago because of this. I was DoorDashing in a predominantly Black neighborhood where they would say, hand it to me. Because you have the option to say, leave it at the door, hand it to me. They would all say they didn't get their food so that they can get a free meal. Jeez. When you do stuff like that, it falls on somebody else.
Well, obviously.
If I lose my account, are you going to take care of my children? I can dispute it through DoorDash, but I don't have proof to say that one of you came outside and lied and said, oh, we're closed when you're not closed. I go up to the drive-thru and all the lights are on, but all of y'all are hiding by the
is this a common scam?
Fry machine so that you don't have to do your job. Who told you that you can close McDonald's or Popeyes early because you want to? Who told you that you can lie and say you can't fulfill that order and you don't have the items just because you don't want to? And you see why I talk about the arrogance of the Black community, because their behavior, their selfish ways, and their laziness can affect other people, and they don't give a. This is stressful to think that I can lose my account again when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do because y'all want to just slack off by the end of the day and you don't want to work. Why the did you sign up for a job? Why the did you sign up for a job? Not only that, I realized that they can see how much we make. And if they think that we're making too much per order, they can go slow and not give you your meal, because Black people hate each other and
okay. I think she's kind of getting into like the crab in a barrel mentality that happens kind of within like impoverished communities, where they see someone basically kind of climbing out of the scenario, let's say, or the situation that they're currently in, and they kind of want to pull them back down. Yeah, okay. Like, is it plausible that okay, like, listen, you're working at McDonald's, they see you specifically getting X amount of dollars because of the DoorDash upcharge and things like that, then what they immediately say, I don't like her making all of this money. I mean, that could be a thing, but I don't think it's very likely, not specifically that specific context, but I think that they just don't want to, be decent towards closing time.
Every time you see somebody doing a little good, you sit there and try to hold them back. Mind you, not even consider, you're just like, oh, she made enough or whatever the y'all are thinking. I don't even know how to explain that, but y'all are doing it. Y'all are 100% going slow and having an attitude when you see somebody coming there door dashing just because you want to. We are using our own vehicles. So if we do get paid a little bit more than you do an hour, it goes back into the vehicle. And what's it to you? Y'all even do stupid, it's just stupid, petty. And I know because I sit there and I talk to other dashers waiting on their food, and it's always the same stories. We complain about the same because y'all are just so inconsiderate. You can go through the drive-through. You know the lobby is closed, but just because you want to just have fun, oh Lord, you need to come in, ma'am. I go to the door. The door is closed.
Okay.
Do you know how long people are waiting in the drive-through line to get an order, and you're lying just because you don't want to, just because you just want to? How the do I explain? This is why I say I try to explain the pettiness and the crab in the barrel mentality in the Black community because it's believable. I've had conversations with other dashers who say they just close the lobby whenever they want to. I've been to lobbies at 7:30 p.m. and the lobby is closed. You go through the drive-through, they have you sitting there for 30 minutes, and then as soon as you be like, "Hello, are you there?" Like, I'm finna report it. What can I get for you?
That was some great comedic timing right there. But yeah, I've experienced this. I'm telling you, not specifically as like a dasher or anything like that, but I experienced it by going to places like 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, let's say, before they're about to close, and then out of nowhere randomly, you're closed early? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by you're closed early? And I can only imagine that if you are doing something where you're delivering people's food, and this is happening kind of on like a regular basis, this can definitely become very troubling. But let's just say this here, where you then specifically are reporting it back to the company who is paying you that, hey, listen, this place is closed. Then out of nowhere, the person who ordered the food gets the message saying the place is closed. They then call, right? Because obviously they're not getting food immediately, and they pick up and say, yeah, we're open still. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. It seems like there needs to be some like better checks or something.
So frustrated. And then you got Black fucking intellectuals online talking, there's no black on black crime. We just dance to the beat of the drums in the hood. And we're just so
what?
No.
What?
Just sabotaging each other. If I lose my account, even if it's not reporting that the store is closed and it's not actually closed, I can't walk into a business without rolling their eyes at me. Jeez. Like I did something to them. Y'all are out of line, and you need to stop doing that. If you're going to be a part of society, you need to act like you are grateful or appreciative for the things that you have. Stop sabotaging each other. That feels
valid.
Stop stealing. Stop saying shit that's not true.
Okay, hold on.
Because if I lose my job, are you going to help me? No, because there's no community in the Black community.
No, there isn't at all. None, zero.
Job, are you going to help me? No, because there's no community in the Black community. Y'all don't help each other. All you do is look and speculate at the drama once it unfolds. Why the would you say the store is closed if it's not closed?
Because they want to hang out by the fry machine.
I've had times where I told you stories on here where the entire Wendy's came outside to fight me because I asked them a question.
Wait. No. Don't gloss over this.
If it's not closed. I've had times where I told you stories on here where the entire Wendy's came outside to fight me because I asked them a question.
Okay. What was the question?
They said, ma'am, somebody picked up the order already. I said, so I'm trying to understand, like, so did they pick it up? Like, how did they pick it up if it's still in the app? Because this happens a lot. Okay. And y'all figured out another scam, how to get free food. You get the on and coming outside to fight me. Are you serious?
Over food.
Another gay and I'm going to call him that because that's what the he was. Another gay down at the McDonald's, out the window, yes, ma'am, whatever, pull up, ho, pull up, out the window, doing all of that. I don't even remember why. I'm not disrespectful. I think I made a slick-ass response because he was being rude. Then you want to fight me out of the McDonald's window? This is what Black fatigue is. People are not getting on here because they hate themselves. People are getting on here because we're sick and tired. Why does everything have to be on the verge of me losing it, me getting robbed, my children getting into fights with y'all children? Y'all don't know how to act. I got to get my eyes rolled. I got to get poor customer. Everywhere I go where are, this is how the y'all act. This is how the y'all act. When are you gonna do better? Why the would you report the store? Why would you come outside and say the store is closed if it's not closed? This is what I mean when I say black people think they're bigger than the program. You do not get to close down a McDonald's because you want to.
I'm firing everybody. Okay. Okay. Jeez. God, geez. That may have been easily one of the more epic rants I've encountered here. I will say that immediately. Okay, I want to explain that here. In terms of what she said kind of towards the end of the video here, I mean, I think everyone basically experiences a concept of not wanting to be around like absolute negativity. And if you are starting to realize that like negativity kind of persists in certain areas, you stay away from these areas, guys, immediately, right? Like you want to get as far away as humanly possible from these like hyper ghettoized areas. Specifically, if you don't want to consistently deal or be inundated with, this vibe here. Right, I absolutely want this for nobody. This is why I'd put everybody in jail. I'm telling you, day one, straight to the ghettos, jail. Sorry. Let me hear you speak in a very specific manner. Jail. I don't care. We're gonna go ahead and recondition you for the world, bro. Because whatever this was that you learned growing up was absolute garbage. Right? No real benefit. You're basically breaking the social contract or compact, depending on how you want to call it. Right. But that's it, guys. I mean, listen, I don't blame her, bro. Right? I wouldn't do it in the first place. Nope. Guys, certain areas, right? Everyone knows it. They just don't want to say it out loud. I get it, right? But just there's certain areas in the United States of America that you want to stay as far away as humanly possible from, because you're not guaranteed to live the next day. Okay, and don't stand out, right? Under no circumstance stand out or have more than the next person, right? Because when you do that, then they immediately want what you have, right? Again, to bring you back down to the absolute gutter, it seems. Guys, this is wild. I don't blame her, bro. Like, I mean, I've heard this from like a good amount of people. Like, there are certain like waitresses and waiters and things like that. You have to be very, 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 very cautious, let's say, with the tables that you take, because you may not specifically get like a tip and things like that. I've heard all these things, guys. I get it. I tip very well though, but that's not the point here. Let me see. Yeah, kinda. I would definitely not say that it's in terms of how it's used. I would definitely not say that it's used towards women. Women are just referred to as female dogs, if that's the context. If that's it, I think that's basically it. If you start getting into like those type of like communities specifically, because guys, this is kind of why I'm like, listen, I call this ghetto fatigue because it makes more sense in my head. Because again, guys, I'm black. If you can tell, okay, all right. So the thing is that, and the majority of the black people that I do encounter like regularly are not like the people that she's referring to. So I would definitely like 100% say, and probably call it more ghetto fatigue than anything else, because I think that's what we're talking about, like black ghetto fatigue specifically. Because I think everyone is tired of the mannerism, the entitlement of thinking you can get hired at a company, completely go against all types of like, whatever contract you signed, and go against it, shut the establishment down for no reason, and just take advantage. I want to get paid, but not work. Okay, well, it's time for you to go then. I'm telling you, I'd fire everyone. I'd jail everyone. That's just kind of what I would do personally. Because apparently I'm not nice with this here. I don't put up, guys, I don't want to put up with none of this stuff. I see it and I hear it and I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, like that's exactly. Yeah, because it's like your skin tone specifically. I'm not sure that's the determining factor. I've met all types of people. Okay. And I can definitely tell you that it kind of ends up going down the path of like, it's just the people who are ghettoized, right, are generally the ones that are kind of representing it. There are some people who are from the ghetto specifically, but have the ability to kind of climb out of it and actually understand how the rest of the world works, how to actually exist within other countries, etc., or how to exist within other, like, around other cultures of people, right? I think that's the reality here. It's a culture of like abject poverty. I think that's it. So let's call it a culture of abject poverty, and anybody technically can kind of fit into that realm, basically, right? In terms of the aesthetic, at least. Next video here. Something about Somali immigrants. Okay, it's short. All right, let's jump into it. It's a short one. I know a ton of ghetto white people. What's funny is that guys, hold on. Like I off-road like a lot, right? So I'm like around a lot of people who are kind of like in the middle of the woods, and I've met some people who were in the middle of the woods basically making like moonshine and things like that, bro. I can tell you this right now. Those are ghetto white people, all right? But I think by default, like that is interesting. These individuals were interesting. Let's just say that there. Yeah, because like you randomly will find like people. Because again, I'm in the woods, guys. Right? Yeah, rural Georgia. That's what I'm talking about. Like that, I'm telling you. I don't know. That's why I'm like, guys. If I go up the street, right there, right? There are some absolute interesting people. Okay. All right, and they act just like the women, the people that the woman was talking about here, and they look nothing like her. Okay, and that's why I'm just like, and I call it all ghetto, basically. So I'm sure there are other names you can call it. You fill in the blank, whatever it is, but it's a fatigue of like the culture that exists around abject poverty. Yeah, holler fatigue. Yeah, 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 holler fatigue. Yeah, yeah. Like it's just it's that. Yeah, exactly. It's that. It's like the culture that is created around abject poverty that keeps people in abject poverty. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings, and we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry. Right? Listen, like and subscribe.